video, especially on the Telegram channel. A lot of you guys were asking me, how do I trade? And in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how I trade and how I take my entry. So, without wasting enough of your time, let's go straight to the video.
17, I wanted everything that was in store. At 23, I bought it all.
The first thing I used to look at is a trend, a demand zone, entry strategy, and liquidity, which is very important. So if you are new to forex trading, don't panic. Let's go straight to the chart so I can show you all these things I have explained right here on the chart and how it works and how I use it to trade every single day. Now we are on the chart, and the first thing we're going to be looking at is trend, which is knowing which path price is going. Are we on uptrending or downtrending? So first thing I usually do is I'll check on my 1 hour time frame or 4 hours most times to see what is going on. All right, so focus on what you see and not what you think. This part is very important, and I learned it the hard way. So according to what I'm seeing here, price is bullish. You can see that price is breaking structure to the upside right here. So it means that price is forming a higher high and higher lows right here. It's a low. This is also a low. This was a low that led to this breakup structure right here. So I have confirmed my first step, which is finding the trend, and according to this we have an uptrend. Now the second thing I need to find out about the chart is demand zone, where those price has high volume of both buyers and sellers. So this is where I go down to the lower time frame, like 15 minutes, to see what is going on. Now according to 15 minutes, you can obviously tell that this point right here is a demand zone, because there was a battle, a lot of struggling between buyers and sellers at this point. So you can obviously tell just by looking at this trend right here that this is a demand zone, which is very important, just like down here and also down here, and nothing was here, of course. So now we have found out the second part, step 2, which is a demand zone. Now here is my demand zone, so it's becoming a little bit easier. Now after finding my demand zone, this is where strategy comes in place. So I have different strategy. I have a strategy for uptrend, and I have a strategy for downtrending, and I have a strategy for order block trading and order block. All right, so these things are very important. I don't know the strategy you have, but if you want me to make video on my strategies, I can do that. Just leave a comment on the comment section below. So let's proceed with what I'm saying here. We already find a demand zone. Now the next thing is my strategy. Now there's a strategy I use on an uptrend. This strategy is, let's say price was buying to the upside, and then now we are on a demand zone like this, and then we have price took out a low and then do this and complete to buy and continue to buy to the upside. Now when price do something like this right here, we already know, okay, now we have a breakup structure right here, and we have a higher high, a higher low, and price also do this. All right, so now we have a new higher low, and now we break a structure. That means we now have a new higher high. And according to what I'm seeing right here, from this low to this high that break out, you can see this right here. Look at this right here. Very important. And before this, we need to pay attention to if there is any fair value gap right here very important as well. So once I confirm if there is any fair value gap here, and also seeing something like this is very nice. That means that price now has a structural liquidity right here, and now we have an entry we are expecting on our fair value gap right here. So let me clean up this drawing now and show you what I'm trying to explain on the chart. All right, so my entry will be somewhere here at this chart right here, stop loss below this, and now I have my entry going with the continuation of the trend to the upside. Now let's compare this to what is going on right here. So on this 15 minutes time frame, you can obviously see that price, if we go down a little bit like 5 minutes, so we can see things a little bit clearly on the 5 minutes time frame. Now see what happened on the 5 minutes. You can see that price had a bullish buy, all right, and then we have this mini structure right here. We had another buy, we have another structure form, making here a point of interest. So like this is where liquidity now lies on, and when price came back right here, it took out that low, forcing this move to the upside to continue to the upside. Now what does this tell us? Looking at this right now, we can now tell, all right, so price, let me remove this, took out a low, that is sweep. Okay, so now we have our sweep. The next thing I want to see after sweep is a breakup structure, which we had right here. So we have a sweep and market break structure. All right, this is my strategy: a sweep, a breakup structure, and now I need to look for the last part. So my strategy is already showing here. I have a sweep, a breakup structure. Now here is the last part. The very important part is liquidity. So how do I find liquidity? I already saw my sweep and I have a break. Now as you can see, we have a low right here, and most people currently in this market right here, most people are going to take this trade from here. So this they will call their order block right here, and they will see this right here as their structural liquidity. All right, and what do they expect? They expect price, they expect to see price come down, take out this low, and then buy from there. This is where the trick is. But the question is, was it really this low that initiated this move? Looking from the bigger time frame, let's see on that 1 hour again. Looking from the bigger time frame, you can tell that this wasn't the main low. The main low that initiated this move is this low right here. So this is the main low, making this right here, this their stop loss here, our entry. This is where price is gonna take out. So what will eventually happen in the market is this: price will then come to this zone, and then you are now in the trade, but you don't have a structural liquidity. You think you do, but you don't have a structural liquidity because you saw this. This is not a break, this is a breakup structure. So I can make another video showing you how to know a valid and invalid structural liquidity, or valid or an invalid structure. So this right here is an invalid structure. This right here, the main structure is this that led to this move to the upside. What does this tell me? Already I knew automatically in my mind that this is my structural liquidity. That is where I'm expecting price to take out. And now this fair value gap, order block, right here, which is the main point of interest of buyers. This is where I'm looking for my entry. So what does this see? As you can see, this drawing right here is making sense down here. So all I need to do is wait for price to pull in this zone, and then I'll go to the lower time frame and look for market structure shift. That is my final confirmation from the lower time frame before I will click buy. How does I confirm a structure like this? My final confirmation, when we are selling, when market is selling, you have market going to the downside. This happens on the 1 minute. Now when market starts to buy as well, it has to take out that high that led to the low and then form another structure, and the same thing continue to happen. So let's say this was what were happening when we get to this zone right here. Okay, all I need to do is wait for price to take out this high and then pull back, and then I'll click entry. That is it. So these are my 4 basic way, or I would say 5 way, or 5 confirmation that I look into the market before taking my trade. So this is how I trade. If you like this video, if you want me to keep making videos like this, give me a subscribe. I'm not asking for any money. I'm not asking for any mentorship. You can just subscribe or check out my other video and see if they could be helpful for you. Don't forget to give this video a like, and you can save it so you can always come back and watch the video later on. See you soon on the next one. Peace.